Hey folks, welcome to my channel. My name is Patdees. I'm the traveling picker. I want to talk about VCRs. Do people still buy and sell VCRs? I had this old footage that I had on the channel 3 years ago, and it was stretched out over 2 or 3 videos, and it was kind of choppy. I didn't know how to really edit, and I thought, you know, does anyone really still talk about VCRs? And the reason I bring that up is because I still occasionally will sell a VCR, and I will sell VHS for still good money. So I wanted to look. I just looked at, and let me see if I can do a screen share. So what I did here is I pulled up on eBay. Instead of just seeing me, I want to show you guys. So I typed in VCR. There's 20. I was kind of shocked. There was 27,000 results for VCR. And you could see there are all kinds of price ranges. And I wanted to see, though, solds. And look at that. 6,800 results for VCR sold in the last 90 days. Now, obviously, there's a rewinder, $20. A lot of them outside the box seem to be going for $35, $40. Rewinders seem to be going for $15, $20. And a lot of these you pick up at yard sales. You could pick a lot of VCRs up for anywhere, usually typically for $5 to $10. So VCRs definitely do sell. Obviously, if you find them in the box, look at the money there, $150. We saw one with $250. So there definitely is a demand out there for VCRs. So the video that I'm going to do today, what I decided to do is, I'm looking back and I'm saying they really didn't get a lot of views. And maybe because the thumbnails honestly were crappy, because I didn't really know how that worked back in 2019. And I decided, you know what, let's take some of the best footage from those two and create something here for people. Look, I'm a reseller. I sell VCRs and I sell VHS. So let's look up, and that's what I'm curious about, is VHS movies. VHS movies results for solds are over 16,000. 16,000 just in the last 90 days. Not huge money, as you can see, but there is still a demand out there for VHS. The rarer the VHS, the better it does. So I hope you guys, I am a reseller. The palette videos have been, but I wanted to touch on is don't be afraid to look for VCRs and VHS. And this is so if you're doing your homework and you're using the tools that are available on eBay. And I'm going to show you a little bit what I do, the clean, and a little bit talking through it, and a little packing. So this is more of one of those how-to videos, how to clean and ship a VCR, and why basically I sell VCRs and VHS tapes. So thanks, guys. I appreciate the support, and give me a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks.
And tonight's first guests are the Sharp Brothers with Never Gonna Rewind a Tape. Along with our next guest is Panasonic. We're always skipping. And from China, it's Sylvania.
Okay, it's Patdees 72 here, and we're gonna, over the next 2 days, we're gonna show you what we do when we buy VCRs, and how we test them, and how we get them ready to sell on eBay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how we clean them, how we scrape the stickers off, how we use a videotape, how we'll hook them up to a TV to make sure that they're working. Excuse me. It's Monday night here. It's 1:15 in the morning. You know, our days don't end at midnight sometimes, but I don't start. I'm not a guy that starts at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I have the tendency to go to bed um, late, and I don't get up. Yeah, I try to get up by 8:30, 9 o'clock, because I usually like to watch the stock market when it opens at 9:30. So I say, why is he wearing a hat? I didn't shave my head or nothing. Just wearing a hat because it's cold. It was 1 degree, and then with the I'm in the kitchen here, and our kitchen has access to the garage, so we get a little bit of a draft. So I'm gonna, like I said, we're doing a video um, on VCRs. We started buying VCRs because of Pete, the Craigslist hunter, mentioned that they were, good things to buy because they're not making them no more, which I didn't know. And I wouldn't have known that unless I've been watching him on YouTube. So, that's one thing about watching these channels on YouTube, and I was inspired by several people to start my own YouTube channel that, to give information and some of what I'm doing. And so what we're going to do is probably some of the other footage you'll see me with a different shirt on because it'll be the next day and stuff, and I won't need what I do need is some sleep. So hey, please like and subscribe and help me grow the channel. I don't need 100,000 subscribers, but it'd be nice to be able to monetize the website and you can't do that until you get to 1,000 subscribers. So by doing this helps me grow the my eBay sales, and I'm just doing Amazon now. I'm going to be doing a bunch of things. Like I said, my channel is a variety channel, so we talk about a bunch of things. We just did a Tops wax pack open, and we're going to be releasing. My son is actually working on some of the graphics for me for our stock picks video for this month that we've done, and if you're doing eBay as a hobby, and you're just looking for extra money, you don't really need to get into all the numbers and on a large scale. What I'm saying, but for me, this is a business, and when you're in business, you think about retirement, you think about saving money, and a lot of the stuff that relates to the stock market also relates to business, because talking about ROI, return on investment, and my name, Patdees 72. 72 has to do with the year I was born, and I picked 72 because of the rule of 72. Now, what's the rule of 72? The rule of 72 is how long it takes to double your money. So if you want to know more about that, keep following me, and we'll keep talking, we'll keep posting, and hope you'll join us. So please like and subscribe here. I'd greatly appreciate it. And you got any comments or questions, let me know. Thanks a lot. Bye. Okay, here we got one Panasonic four-head VCR. Let's see. Okay. One Panasonic four-head VCR we got here. We just picked up 3 VCRs from the local Salvation Army. So, and it's funny because we go to several Salvation Armies, and I talked to the one lady, and she says, "Oh, there's a guy that comes in every day and gets any electronics that we have." But she goes, "Why?" And I said, and she asked me how much do they sell the VCRs at the other Salvation Army, and I told her. She goes, "Oh, well, we get." Basically, she told me right out, we get twice as much. So they're kind of it's a guess on price, but sometimes you got to watch, because these things, if they don't work and you got too much money in them, you could sell one VCR and not make nothing because you lost money on buying another VCR. Now, what I'm gonna do is we got the Scotty peeler. I just actually ordered two. See, look at the garbage on there from scraping. These don't hold up actually that long. I just ordered more from somebody on eBay, and a metal one. But you know, I found this item through watching the Bearded Picker, and he mentioned about using these, and I'm going to give him credit because he's the one that stands out that you know, based on his recommendation about doing that. And I've been watching him and Shane Rise and Grind Picker on a lot of things, and you know, it's one good thing is that, you know, watch these YouTube videos and listen to what they're talking about, and you answer a lot of your own questions right away. So now let's see how we're gonna make out here. I'll move the camera a little bit. That one's coming off pretty easy. I like to do it so I don't like to scratch things. Now, one of the things that I was skeptical of is the lighter fluid. And, you know, Scott, again, had told me, go to Walmart and get these makeup wedges. And because it comes out so fast, too, he goes, just put some in the makeup wedge. The first time I did it, I put it on the actual, and sheesh, I mean, it made a mess. Soak up the sticker. I'm gonna even here I can clean that spot off. Okay. Let's see how. Yeah, see how much easier that comes off? Look at that. I mean, just like that. You saw how I mean, that was 2 seconds. Over here it was probably like 10 seconds. Now this sticker's a little tougher, see it? But we'll get the green one off first. Yeah, the green ones are thin. It peels it right off. There's a sticker here. I didn't put some on. Let me. Sometimes the Salvation Army, the one, man, they could put like 15 stickers. It's like, and I said something to them one time. That's because they're concerned with people. Just if they only had 1 or 2 stickers on it, people, even at the Salvation Army, will change the price. Gonna put a little extra on this. Now, if I had one of the Scotty peelers, the metal one, I probably wouldn't need a little bit extra of this. I'm gonna put a little bit right here. Kind of soak it up a little bit. Now that's a little. That's not even a. Looks like a lot because you see it running, but it's probably, to be honest, half a teaspoon. So it goes a long way. And these things I bought at Walmart. I have more. I've been using the same one here, but I probably have. I think it cost me like $2, and you get like 40 of them. See how hard that is? Again, if I had the metal one, the metal one will work a lot better. But I have the metal one on its way, but to make do today. Still not. It's still too dry. I don't want to scratch it up too. I don't want someone to buy this. You know, when I sell my stuff, I don't want to be like, look at this piece of junk they sold me. You know, I want to be like, you know, I would buy it myself. So I'm not here to, you know, make money from them, and then they be unhappy. It's not about the money. I mean, I just sold something recently, a nativity scene, Christmas nativity scene. And I thought everything was good. I opened it up. It was all together. It was really nice. And the lady messaged me and says that she noticed one of the lamb's ears were busted. So there was like 12 pieces in it. And she said 3 of them had stuff that, I mean, you really probably had to
But I said to her, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to send it back, or I can give you a partial refund? Now she only paid $15.95 for the item. So three items out of 12 items. She still had a nice nativity scene. Had, I guess, like I said, a lamb's ear was I don't know exactly, but it was like, so you know what she goes, oh, I'll take a partial refund. So she didn't even ask me what the refund was going to be, and I automatically gave her back $8. I gave her back half her money. I didn't make no money off of it, but I figured if she sent that back, and I lost more money in shipping it back, I figured, you know what, I got my money back, what I had into it. I covered my eBay fees. And you know what? She left me great feedback. She says, easy to work with. So it turned out better. That's why, even though on a lot of my listings, well, all my listings, I'll be honest, I don't do returns. The reason I don't do returns is I don't want, people, sometimes people, I see it because I've worked in retail. I actually did a loss prevention one time for Kohl's department store, and I saw how people, and I see that myself at Walmart. I mean, they just, sometimes people wear stuff or use stuff, and I just want to return it. In a sense, they has buyer's remorse, you call it. And I don't want people to take the time and buy stuff, and then 3 weeks later say, I really don't want this. You know what I mean? If it's something broke or something wrong that we did or misrepresented, hey, they're just going to go to eBay anyways, and eBay's going to force that you give their money back. But in that situation, I gave her money back, and no big deal. She'll probably buy off. Maybe she'll buy off of me again. See, now I got that sticker off. I was taking a little bit too long actually with that. Like I said, if I would have had the right metal tools. Now it isn't dusty because a lot of these VCRs they sit around people's houses, and excuse me, there I gotta adjust my backdrop here. They sit around in people's houses for years, and people they didn't use them because they got DVD players. I mean, look at the dust on there. There's one more sticker here on the side. See it? That's a green one. It'll come off easy. Actually, there wasn't as many stickers as I've seen on these already. I mean, look at that. That's come. I'm looking at the camera and doing that without even looking at the sticker, and look how easy that came off. Okay. Now, this one's nice because it came with 2 Colex cables. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to get a rag, and I'm going to dust it. I'm going to wipe it off, make sure that I don't get no water in it. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get a couple Q-tips. I want to clean up over here a little bit. There's some dust in the edge there, so I want to do a better job. Okay, back. Got some Q-tips here. You know, if you send it out all dusty, and then you're telling people that you've tested, how the heck do you... I mean, I know, these stuff sit on shelves, and they get... I mean, my DVD player probably in my bedroom and is all dusty because, you know, this stuff gets dust, and you don't pull it out for years because you're constantly using it and playing it. And I don't have a maid, so, you know... I want to change the rag. That rag, other rag was a little stained. I didn't like the way it was looking. This is, I don't have it soaking wet. I just have it a little bit damp. You know, a lot of people like the VCRs because a lot of the old movies that aren't on DVD and they have tapes, you know, even though there's Netflix and all these services, they don't have all the movies. I mean, there's I don't know how many movies are there, but there's thousands of them. I know myself, a lot of times I like to watch some of the old Clint Eastwood and Charles Bronson movies, and they'll have them maybe for a month on Netflix, and then they don't have them on there again. Or they're telling people, I mean, go on Amazon. You're having to, some of those titles you have to rent. And just as much as it was the $3 or $4 to rent at the video store years ago. Now these boxes, I think like Redbox and these boxes they have at the store, they don't even have, they have the modern, you know, a lot of the modern movies. So, you know, I probably have several hundred old VCR movies, and I have a VCR DVD player, and at times I like to pop in. You know, a lot of the movies you know, you bought these movies. Let's face it, 80s, early 90s is when really Blockbuster, West Coast Video, Suncoast, and you know, all these video stores were you know, popular, and you know, a lot of movies don't get missed out. You don't even get to see them no more because a lot of even new movies because you don't even know about them. At least you used to be able to walk into a video store and oh, you know, check out this movie, or you'd watch the movie and see a trailer on another movie, knowing that you could go back and see that other movie because it was going to be there. Now Netflix and Amazon and Hulu are the 2-3 biggest people, but yet, you know, there's not as many choices on there. So I like the idea of VCR still holding their, you know, value. And you know, people don't realize. I remember when I was 13, I got a job, and I wanted a VCR because you couldn't. A lot of times, my mom and dad split up when I was 12, and we couldn't afford the cable TV. But you know, we used to listen to the radio. Then when I found out there was a VCR, you could get tapes and watch TV in a sense for free. You know, even if it, you know, sometimes you had, like, I used to love to watch wrestling, but we couldn't afford. A lot of times it was $29.95 to $49.95 for the wrestling pay-per-views, and the neighbor would get it, and sometimes if I was working, I couldn't watch it, so I would they would tape it for me, and I'd be able to watch it later on. So this is a Panasonic, now manufactured 2002. So this is still, I mean, yeah, here we are. It's 17 years old, but that's really not that old for, you know. I mean, a lot of these things can last years. I mean, I remember growing up and my dad having one of those old look like wooden. I mean, something almost as big as a couch, and you know, it played music. So that thing lasted for years. So that's clean now. I'm gonna clean the next one. And this is the first process. So I'm going to put this one to the side, and then I'm going to show you how we hook them up and check them, and show you that they do. And if it doesn't work, you'll see it. You'll see it live here. You'll see if it doesn't work, then unfortunately, then I'll have to make a choice either to throw it away or try to repair it, which probably doesn't cost to repair it worth it. Going back to what I said, I remember getting my first VCR was at Kmart, and it was $210. And the people that I worked for allowed me to, they bought it for me. And every week, it was like $20 out of my pay. And I would work off some of it. But it was nice because I was able to have TV. And that's when I first fell in love with VCR and getting VHS tapes. Because that was another thing, too, is to go to the movies is very expensive. Even back then, at $6 a person, 3 people, $18 plus snacks. It was nothing to spend $30 to go to the movies when you could, rent a VCR tape for $3, $4, and then a lot of times you could find them at Blockbuster 6 months, a year after, for like $8, $9. Now, I remember in the beginning when some of the first video stores opened, videos were very expensive. Videos used to be like $80. So that's why they had to charge late fees, because if that movie wasn't being turned over, they weren't making money. A lot of your video stores, what they were doing is sort of like the Sam's Club. They were charging membership fees, and was helping subsidize the cost of buying the movies and stuff. So, but sorry if I'm rambling on about the VCR and movie business here, but this is interesting, and I'm hoping that you're liking this. And if you are, please like and subscribe to our page, Patdees 72, and I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't need it. Sorry.
Okay, Patdees 72, we're back here now. It's about 1:45, so, I'm looking at the time here. We spent 20 minutes cleaning and talking about that VCR. Now I spent 5 minutes rambling about video stores and stuff like that. So I got 2 more VCRs to clean. So the next 2 will go faster, and I won't be rambling on as much about, the stores and stuff, because, I want you guys to, I want people out there that if you come across a VCR and, you think it's worth cleaning and fixing, clean it and fix it. Maybe you'll keep it for yourself. It's nice to have in an extra bedroom, and I'll tell you what, I'm not selling my VCR tapes. I got too many of them that, 400 I probably have over the years, close to $3,000 into them. I'm not giving them away for $1 a piece. A lot of times even 50 cents a piece. I'll get more enjoyment out of them in years down the road watching them than just giving them away. So I don't really buy movies that much no more anyways, because of Netflix and because of also my experience seeing that you buy a $20 movie, and if you're willing to wait, you've seen it in the $5 bin a year or 2 later in the Walmart, But I tell you, even at $5
for this 4-head VCR without a remote, and I sold it for $21.95. So here we go.
This is my VCR pillow, I call it. This is going to go out to Massachusetts. So I have bubble wrap, and I'm going to lay some bubble wrap on top. But I wanted to show, actually I got this box from Subway, and it's actually a perfect size box for this. You don't want a whole lot of room jumping around, because you're going to add to the weight. But if it's jumping around more, to me it's going to get broke. I'm going to put some more bubble wrap into it, and then I'm going to tape it up really good, and then ship this out priority. And now what I did here is I actually took out the VCR and I laid double wrapped, fold it in half, bubble wrap on the bottom, and then I put the VCR pillow, as I call it, in, and then you can see on the top I'm putting a layer of bubble wrap. So that'll be good. All right, I'll follow up a little bit more. Okay, here we go. I used the eBay tape, and actually the box itself had handle with care on it, so I left that exposed. So I want to show how I wrap this. It's kind of a little hard holding the camera. Hold on a second. You see, even on the bottom, I went all the way around, strapped it on the sides. I want to make sure that this is nice and tight. So, because the post office just throws things, the guys just chuck it in the truck. So this way, even if they're going to chuck it, that it's solid. So, but now I got to go weigh it and put postage on it. Put it on the scale, and as you can see, it's coming in at 6.61 ounces, which I think is heavier than so it's going to cost me a little bit more money, but let me just double check. As you can see, I was basically 6 ounces off with that. So it came in at 6 ounces, which I had figured the weight was going to be 6 pounds. So that's not too bad. I mean, that's going to knock me up to the 7-pound range, but that should only probably be about another $1.25, so I should be okay. All right, here we go. We're using right now a Brother laser printer. Here comes the label. Go.